Today I'm going to show you how I start my tomato seeds. I'm going to do it inside. Try not to make a mess. Good luck with that, because I'm trying out some new seed starting mix, and yeah, it's very windy outside and cold, so I'm going to do it in here. Alright, first off, I'm trying this new seed starting mix by Miracle Grow. This is the first year I've seen it. It may have been out there. I don't know, I've just never seen it before, but I really like it because it's got a little bit of fertilizer in it. It's nice and puffy, just like the Jiffy I usually like to use, but this is all the store had, so I figure I'd give it a try. And usually have good luck with Miracle Grow stuff anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna try this out. We'll see how they do, and I'll totally test run here. I'll let y'all know how it works. This is also supposed to be good for cuttings, starting cuttings, and it's enriched with coarse plant food and a root enhancing or whatever. So anyways, we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna fill up these seed trays, level them off, and get them wet down. Kind of fill them up. Try not to make a mess. Put a big pile here in the middle and smooth it out. And I just left it in the tray, that way if it falls in there, I mean, I could scrape it off this table, but trying to have a minimal mess, not have to bend over. It's nice working on a table. Probably better to do outside and just dump it all over it, but this is what we're doing today. I like to just put a lot of excess on there because I'm gonna push it down a little bit. You don't want to push it down a lot. I've found that the looser and fluffier you leave this seed starting junk, your seeds will start and grow quicker. Because I used some dense stuff last year and did not have good luck. And then I used that Jiffy that is real puffy like this, and it worked great. Basically just yeah, get it like this, smooth it off so you got your individual cells and there's not dirt everywhere. There you go, that's ready to wet down. I'm going to do these other ones over here and go outside and show you how to wet it down. Pat it down just a little bit, not much, and dust her off. If you see any big thing like this, get it out of the way, because sometimes the seeds have problems pushing that up. Believe it or not, they're very delicate. You gotta give them every chance you can to survive. Can't wait to see these little seedlings come up. Feels like it's been forever. Alright, that's ready to go. Okay, just so you have an idea of how much potting, like seed starting mix you need. This is a 8 dry quart bag, and I use probably about half of it. And this is 272 cell trays, so what's that? 144. But yeah, it's a lot of tomato plants. I'll be doing a bunch more. But anyways, you ain't got to spend a lot of money to start seeds. I think these trays, I'm not sure how much they are, $6 or $7, and that 8-quart bag was like $5. So you can get going. Anyways, let's go get these wet down so I can get some seeds in there. Okay, I got them out here in the yard. I set my sprayer on mist because I don't want to like just blow this stuff out of the trays, and give it a good soaking where the stuff's going to absorb water pretty good. This particular type is kind of damp, so it's not repelling the water, it's soaking it up good. So just give it a good spray down. And you probably, this time of year, which is the very end of January, you won't have to water this again for a good week. But I'll make update videos where I spray it when the top gets dry. And we're going to let this drain through a little bit so my trays aren't full of water. Make sure it soaks it up good. And then we'll get some seeds stuck in here. Alright, one thing I most definitely do when I'm starting tomato seeds is I label my tray with a little tag like this. It's blueberries. I use pencil because pencil does not go away. You use marker, it's going to wash off, the sun's going to bleach it out. Pencil does not go away for a very long time. So write it nice and clear and big so you'll know what you put in the rows, because I'm going to make like 2 rows of each type of tomato. And yeah, always do that first or you'll get messed up and you won't know what you're growing. The next thing I do, I'll dump them out in a nice white plate so that I can see how many I got. And since I'm only doing 12, that's plenty. Dump a few out, they're tiny. And I'll start some more in some different trays, but in these particular trays I'm only doing 12 of each because I have a lot of different varieties to do. And I just want to make sure I get some plants from each one of them. Alright, here when I place the seeds in the starting tray, a lot of people like to put 2 or 3 in there, but I've got to where I only put 1 because I've been real lucky. And I don't like having to pinch off one that I grew. So take 1 single seed, drop it right in the middle, as close as I can to the middle, then I'll move it around. Alright, that's 12 of them. Alright, when you get your seeds, you'll notice up in the corner here, I don't know if it'll zoom in very well, but it'll tell you how many days germinate, temperature it needs to germinate. Wow, I'm not getting very good. Let's get over here in the light. Alright, just about every one of these packages, it says seed depth 1/8 of an inch. That's very shallow, a lot shallower than you think. And for those of you that don't know, 1/8 of an inch is this right here. From here to there is 1/8 of an inch, and this is the end of a pencil. So you're barely covering up with a little bit of dirt. And that's why I say don't wet them. Wet your seed trays all the way to the bottom, because for the first week, they won't need but that much water. So now that we got all these seeds laid out, I take a pencil or anything and just stick them down in the dirt, just a hair. I mean, barely under the surface. All right, and that's how you start seeds. So in a couple of days, this surface will start turning a lighter brown because it's drying out. And what you want to do, get your little spray bottle of water, come in and mist it down, and just keep it damp for a few days, and about a week from now you should see some little tomato plants coming up. Oh wow, check this out. Here we are, let's see, it's Friday, 6 days later. Already got some coming up, and as you will notice, they're all leaning that way, which was towards the window, because I didn't see them right when they come up. When they come up fast. You need to get a light over them right away. I just want to show you that got a few little ones coming up. Not everyone's coming up right now, but that's normal. They're not all going to come up at once. They'll come up in the next few days, hopefully. Got a few of these varieties coming up. You can see them pushing up through the soil in some spots here. Here's one over here. But anyways, a lot of these, the blueberries. So awesome. I'm going to get up here and hang my grow lights over them, and we'll check back on them in a minute. All right, once the seeds have sprouted, you want to get them under grow lights as quick as you can. If they ain't already under grow lights, these kind of caught me off guard. And then you want to put the lights as close as you can to them, about 2 inches. If I can do this without dropping it on them. Got kind of a crude setup here, but you want to get them as close as possible. And with these LEDs, you can get even closer because LEDs don't give out any heat. So that's what you worry about with your regular lights, but that's probably pretty good. So anyways, don't worry about them being bent over like that. See if I can get a better view. They'll stand up and start growing towards the light probably this afternoon. And for the first day, it's okay to leave the lights on them all day, but as you go along, you want to turn off the lights for about 8 hours at night. There's a couple coming up in this slat. Anyways, they're on their way.